Being a doctor is a dream for many, but unfortunately, a reality for some. Medicine is one of, if not the most competitive university course to get into in the entire world. Hey there, my name is KOKETSO, and I'm a medical student at the University of Free State. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about how to get into medical school in South Africa straight from high school. And in the next video, we will look at how to get into medicine from university or from having studied another course. Getting into medical school is one of the most difficult things you could do, and it is for some people very dreadful and gruesome because it requires you to work really hard. It requires for some people to go through having to take other courses, going to other universities to eventually get to where they are. And for those who don't know, I didn't get into medical school straight from high school because I had to go to UCT to study a BSc, which was a course that I did not want, and work hard in the BSc course in order to get to where I am today. So it is not really a straightforward process or direct entry from high school for many people. But what I aim to do in this video is to allow you to survive, or rather stay clear away from all the emotional and dreadful processes that I and many other people had to go through to get to where I am and get in straight from high school. Getting into medical school straight from high school is actually easier than getting in from another course, believe it or not. And it is also easier on the mind because mentally it is much more lenient on you. You know, being in a course that I did not like, studying something that I did not want, I have no interest in this, and I know that I do not belong here. I know that I have to be elsewhere studying something else. My interest is not here. I'm just not captivated by what I'm studying. You know, it is not easy on me mentally. Having to see medical students every now and then, I see them in scrubs and I feel like I should be one of these. I should be one of them. You know, it was not really easy on the heart. And I speak from experience saying that when I was studying the BSc at the University of Cape Town, there was a time where I visited the medical school campus because med students, physiotherapy and them, they have their own campus. And in the med school campus, I arrived and I was trying to get past these other gates. I don't know if I was going to, I forgot these places, but it's something to do with the human anatomy something. I was trying to pass through and go to another side of the gate. And I was approached by a security guard who asked me if I'm a medical student. And then I said, no, I'm not. And then she said, sorry, sir, only medical students are allowed to be on this point. And I felt that, I'm not going to lie, that really hit home. At that point, I had a very close shot to depression. I felt like I'm here studying something I do not want, and it takes a lot, but I still knew that I could make it. I did not have that much belief, but I had faith, because faith is a choice, and I chose at that moment to have faith. And I just kept on working, But in this video, I'm trying to make sure that you don't get to go through what I went through and you get direct entry straight from high school. So in the first part of this video, I wanted to talk to those of you that are in grade 8 or in grade 9. So in grade 8 sharp, we just arrived in high school, we are pa, you think you're cool or whatever. I'm guilty as charged. And when you get to grade 9 now, you are supposed to choose subjects, right? Obviously, when choosing subjects, you need to make sure that you got the right marks. I think in term 3 or term 2, they look at the marks that you got, and if you got like over 60 for maths, then you can choose pure maths, those type of things. So make sure that your marks in grade 9 are good enough for you to choose the subjects that you want. Because for medicine, you need to choose physical sciences, you need to choose mathematics, pure maths, you need to have English, home language, or first additional language, it does not matter. And life sciences is recommended, but it is not a prerequisite. It is not compulsory. If you don't have life science, you can still study medicine. There's so many people in my class who did not do life science or biology whatsoever, but they're excelling in medicine. Because life science, we recommend it because some concepts might come from life science, but in general, life science is not a prerequisite. And now you are in grade 10. You have already chosen your subjects, you're facing them head on, and yeah, you are getting into the hang of things now. And what you want to do is you want to lay a strong foundation. Get yourself into the habit of working hard from grade 10. Don't say, when I get to matric, I'll start working hard when I get to this and this and that. For those of you that don't, for those of you that know, I actually didn't do quite well in grade 10 and grade 11, but we'll talk about that. But In grade 10, I was what we call iskotane, and so that means I was not even taking my school or academics seriously at all. Had I laid a strong foundation, then I would have gotten into the habit of working hard, and that's why it was quite difficult for me to get into medicine as compared to what you are trying to do to get in straight from matric. So in grade 10, you want to lay a strong foundation, make sure that you work very hard, have that background of working hard every now and then, get high averages, make sure to keep your marks high, make sure you understand these subjects. And when you do this for yourself, you make sure that as time goes in the near future, that is your grade 11, 12 and varsity, everything else works out a bit more better and there's less adjustment required when you have to make these transitions. And now when you're in grade 11, so assuming that you got yourself into the habit of working very hard and you did well in your grade 10, now the pressure is on because you need to maintain it, continue to excel in grade 11. You need to keep it up, keep up the standard, because grade 11 is arguably the most difficult grade you will do in your high school career. You need to make sure that you're focused. The marks that you get in grade 11 count an awful lot. The marks you get in grade 11 are going to be used to apply for university. So those marks count a lot. So at this point, the ball is in your court. And it is very important to make sure that your grade 11 results are as good as possible. You need to work really hard to make sure that you maximize on them. If you have any strong points, make sure to strengthen them. If you have any weak points, go work on those weak points. Because I found people often falling prey for, if I'm getting 80s in maths, 90s in physics, I'm just going to focus on those two. Forget about life science, forget about geography, forget about tourism, don't do that to yourself. It does not look appealing on a matric statement when maths and physics are 100% and everything else is a level 4. Trust me. So what you want to do now in grade 11, make sure that you learn how to balance your things. You learn how to master these concepts, because most of these things will be carried to grade 12. You know how you told that grade 12 is revision? It's not, but most of these things will be carried to grade 12 and then they'll be adding new concepts. So if in grade 11 you do not have the foundation, then in grade 12 it'll be absolutely difficult. So these grade 11 results are that important. You'll use these results to apply for university, and applying early is very important. I cannot stress this enough because the competition is tight. As I've already said, medicine is one of the most difficult courses to get into because it is highly competitive. Just go to your school, go to your physics class. Your physics class, let's say maybe there's 40 of you in your class. Ask those 40 people how many of them want to do medicine. I promise you it's over 20. I promise you it's over 50% of your class. And that's only your school alone. Now imagine how many schools are in the world. When you look at high school alone, every year in grade 12, millions of students finish grade 12. And out of those that finish grade 12, how many of those want to study medicine? If you put into perspective, when I was at UCT, I went to the admissions office, I asked them, hey, I got these marks, I got 6 distinctions, I did not get accepted into medicine. Why is that so? They told me, they said, sir, there were 14,700 applicants for medicine alone. Medicine alone, 14,700 applicants to the UCT alone. Forget about other universities, just the UCT alone, 40,000. Just the UCT alone, 14,700 applications were there, and they only accept just about 200 to 250 students. So you can only imagine, not even 2,000, 200. So that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people that have to be cut out from 14,700. So it is very competitive. It is highly competitive. You need to make sure you apply on time. You need to make sure that you do your best to make sure that your marks are above par. Assuming that you did not do well in grade 11, this is not a train smash still. This is not a train smash because for those of you that have seen already, these are my grade 11 results. And I put it in a post a few days ago, not 2 days ago actually, at the time of recording this video. These are my grade 11 results, and yet I'm currently a medical student. So it is not the end of the world. You can still make the change if you want to. It's all up to you if you're willing to, because this is all about willpower. If you're willing to do this, you want to do it, and you're willing to go through, not hell, but go through hell to do this, then you will be able to do it. You just need to work very hard. These are my grade 11 results, and these are my grade 12 results. I was looking for my reports, and these are the only two that I could find. So I'm hoping that this shows that you can trust me and you can trust what I'm saying right now, that it is possible to get into medicine even with horrible grade 11 results. The marks that are required to qualify to study medicine in South Africa, minimum requirements are level 5 in mathematics, a level 5 in physical sciences, a level 5 in English home language or first additional language, and a level 5 in life sciences or biology. That's if you did life sciences or biology, because it is not a prerequisite, let's remember. But what needs to be in your mind, what you need to remember at all times is that how many people out of that 14,700 that applied for medicine are going to get a level 5? Probably over 10,000 of them, but they only take 200 people. Out of those 10,000, how many of those 10,000 managed to get level 6? Probably 3,000 of them. So that's why it's important that you need to get a level 7. You can't, just because they said they take level 5, then you think that if you get level 5, you'll make it in. No, you need to work very hard. You need to jump up your marks. You need to do really well. I got 6 out of 8 distinctions, and yet I did not get in first time. I had to go through a course in order to get to where I am. That's just to put into perspective, not to scare you, but to show you that sharply it's possible, but you need to work for it. You won't be given medicine on a silver platter, because we'll talk about it some other video, but getting in is actually the easiest part. Staying in is much more difficult, but that's okay. That's some other time. But all I'm saying is, when you get level 5, because they're asking for level 5, or you get level 6, you are scraping at the bottom. You are like, how many people are going to get level 5? You need to work very hard. Like, get as high the mark as possible. I always tell people to focus on what they can control. You can control the marks that you get, sure. So why not go get level 7s and then hope. Sit and hope. Do your best and leave the rest. But on that note, I'll leave the prospectuses that are all the requirements, the subjects wanted, the marks of all 11 universities that provide medicine in South Africa in the description box. Hopefully I find all 11. I'll start doing my research immediately after the video to find those prospectuses. Then you find those, look at all the requirements that the universities are looking for, and hopefully you find the course that you want. Even if you want to look for another course other than medicine, I'll have the full prospectus there, and then you'll check it out. And now you're in grade 12. Now you're in grade 12, you're facing reality. You are facing reality. Remember that in grade 11, the ball was in your court. Well, now the ball is in the air and anyone can do anything about it. In grade 11, if you did well, then now the pressure is on to maintain your standard. The pressure is on to keep going at that level or go a bit higher. You can't drop. If you drop, you're out. And if you didn't do well, the pressure is on to make a miraculous comeback. The pressure is on for you to wake up and do something. You have to do something now. You have to. This is your do or die year. This grade 12 year rather. It is the time that now the pressure is on. You need to go now. You need to go. Vamo, you need to go now. Huh? And at this point, applications are opening. Universities are opening their applications for medicine. Medicine applications in South Africa open at around March, late March or early April. I'm not too sure, but keep on checking them so that you know. And what you need to do is to apply as early as possible. As I said, for all you could know, they work on a first come first serve basis, but you need to make sure that you apply immediately. Apply as early as possible for all the universities to increase your chance of going in. Apply to all the universities. And one thing that is important to do is to follow instruction. Follow instruction. I was told at UFS that there were some applicants in medicine who were not accepted because they were exceptional or they got 100%, but because they were able to follow instruction. When they say upload your grade 11 results, upload your grade 11 results. Because they're bad or they're good, upload your grade 11 results. I get so many people asking me, should I upload my grade 11 finals? If they say they want grade 11 finals, what else is there to do? You have to do it. Upload your grade 11 final results. If you did badly, then you know that they have you in the system now, futhi, because that's what happened with me at UCT. I uploaded my horrible grade 11 results, and in matric, term 1, they asked for my results. I uploaded that report. Term 2, uploaded that report. Term 3, uploaded that report. And in the final exams, they got the reports, obviously, from the government or whatever. So follow instruction. It's very important to follow instruction. And the only reason why UCT was able to follow up with me every single term asking for my reports is because I followed instructions. They said, give me grade 11. I gave them grade 11. They said, give me term 1. I gave them term 1. So if you're given a chance to upload your grade 12 term 1, grade 12 term 2, sharp, you can do that. But follow instruction. If it's asking for your grade 11, put your grade 11. You'll be dropped out of 14,700 people. If you 2 people refuse to follow instruction, you'll be dropped. it's much more easier to replace you than to change the rules. See? So with that out of the way, the 11 universities in South Africa that offer medicine, it's 11. When I was in matric, it was 9 universities. But yeah, it is in no particular order. The University of Free State, the University of the Witwatersrand, also known as Wits, University of Limpopo, Stellenbosch University, University of KwaZulu-Natal, Walter Sisulu University, University of Pretoria, Sefako Makgatho Health Sciences University, University of Cape Town, Nelson Mandela University, and as from last year, Northwest University. So you have 11 universities to apply to. Don't choose 3, don't choose 2. Apply to as many as possible. I would say if you say you applied to if you applied to a few, let your few be 6. Let a few universities be 6. Let a lot be 12 out of 11 of them. Apply to 12 of these 11. I don't know how you do that, but do it. You increase your chances when you do that. You increase your chances when you do that. Apply to every single one of these universities. Don't choose because KOKETSO is at UFS, I want UFS. Because my boyfriend is at UP, I want to go to UP. Also, silently, you will stay at home. They will reject you and then you will stay at home. You will text your boyfriend from home. Apply to every university. Please, for the love of God, just do that for me. Just do that one thing for me. And apart from any academic school things, remember that you need to write the NBT, the National Benchmark Test, which is, I don't know, a test, an aptitude test, they call it, that aims to gauge whether you're ready for university. I don't know the idea behind it, but I have a video which will be linked here, which is on how I got 85% for maths in my NBT and how I got the good marks that I got from my NBT or whatever. So you can watch that video in order to know how to prepare for your NBT, how to book and all those things, what to study and stuff like that. Universities require you to write the NBT. You need to write the maths component and the academic literacy and quantitative literacy components, so the AQL and the MAT components in order to get into medicine. And since from last year, the UFS has scraped the NBT completely, like ISECO. They have removed it and they say they do not require you to write the NBT anymore because when I asked them, they said it is unfair that someone else might have enough money to attend extra classes that teach them how to ace the NBT, so it can't be used to gauge whether you are capable of going into medicine or not because someone else might have gone to an extra class. Also, they're saying that some people might have enough money to rewrite the NBT many times and get the best mark possible, while someone else can only afford to write it once. So that's not fair, right? So yeah, the UFS has scraped the NBT completely for all health sciences courses. So at this point in your grade 12, the pressure is on. As I've already said, if you worked very hard and your grade 11 results were excellent, if they were wonderful, then now you know what's the next thing to do. You have to maintain your standards. You cannot drop, you have to maintain your standards. If you got an average of 85 in grade 11, grapes, that's good, that's incredible. Well, now what you need to do now, maintain your standard or go a bit higher. If you drop, you're dropped. That's just it. Because while you're dropping, you're showing too much inconsistency. And that does not mean that if you get a provisional acceptance, then you are finally into medicine. Don't relax, because I promise you, what happens is when you get a provisional or conditional acceptance, it is on the condition that you maintain your standards, you keep everything fine, you do not drop, and all of that. So it's conditional. They're saying, sharp, we accept you on the condition that. And then when they reject someone else, if you read the rejection letters, they'll reject you and they'll say, but if it happens that someone who was provisionally accepted drops, they might give you their spot. Or if by the time your matric results come out, then they might accept you. So that's the hope that I was hanging on to when I was in grade 12, that okay, KOKETSO, our grade 11 results are horrible, but in grade 12, let's keep pushing, let's keep going for distinctions, let's keep running for them, let's just keep grinding. Let's keep running for these distinctions to make sure that by the time we are at the end of the year and universities have our matric results, when they remove people from provisional acceptances, or if they have space for medicine, they will put us in, because we've convinced them throughout our grade 12 year that sharp, we are actually capable. So getting a provisional acceptance does not mean that you're finally admitted, and not getting an acceptance does not mean it's the end of the world. There's still hope for you. And also because, like, as you've seen, in my grade 11, I think grade 11 term 1, I got level 1 for maths, and I got level 2 for physics. And then in my grade 12, I got level 7s for both of them. I kept getting level 7s from term 1 to term 4. How do you do that? It's easy, just work hard. Okay, it's not easy, but it's doable. It's doable. It's about the willpower. If you're willing to do it, you can do it. You can do it. No other way. If it's only marks that you want, you're gonna get it. You will get it, I promise you. All you need to do is to work really hard. Work really hard. If you believe, keep God by your side. Keep praying, because I believe that God always comes through. So if you believe, if you're a believer, keep God by your side. Keep God by your side all the time. Keep working. And remember that God helps he who helps himself. So you can't just pray to get 100% when you're not working for 100%. But with that out of the way, whether you did well or not in grade 11, at this point you should have applied. At this point you should have done everything, and now you're focusing on what you can control. You're focusing on grade 12 now. In grade 12, the only thing you can control are your marks. Just focus on studying every single day. Attend extra classes. That's what helped me an awful lot as well. Attend extra classes. Explain to your friends. Try the Feynman studying technique. Try all of these study methods that I always put around in my YouTube channel, because I believe in those methods, because I use them myself. I've never put out misinformation just for the sake of content. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. So make sure that this time, working very hard, grind, do your best. If it means stop, I don't know, visiting friends, stop. Just stop. If you know that this is what you want, there is a lot of discipline that came with making the change that I did from the marks I was getting to the marks that I just don't know how to stress this enough. Just
Wait. All of you!
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
just work hard. Just work hard. Like, I always keep telling people that in order to be places that you've never been before, then you need to do things that you've never done before. You need to go above and beyond to make sure that you get what you want. And this means that you need to apply yourself fully. Make sure that whatever you do, you give your 100% to it. Give yourself to it fully. And yet again, to those of you that are believers, there's a Bible verse that I was told when I was in grade 11, and I watched some grade 12 students get some seriously high marks. Shout out to Uspesonke and Lutando, they know themselves. They're the people that I looked at and I was mesmerized by how they did. Uspesonke got 100% for maths and physics, and then Lutando got 8 distinctions, getting a 97 for maths and a 95 for life sciences. I was mesmerized. I think 95 for physics as well, yeah. I looked at these guys. I was getting my 60s and 50s and 40s and 30s in grade 11, and I was watching them take awards, getting 100%. And I was like, maybe I can do this. And I remember I took both of their phone numbers, and Ulutando guided me throughout the entire year. I was always talking to him when I was in grade 12. And that's something that I would actually recommend, that if you're going to grade 12 now, look for someone who was in grade 12 the year before you, and then try to shadow them. Talk to them every now and then. If maybe it's someone who's studying engineering, studying medicine, just talk to them. Someone who's studying XI, talk to them, ask them, how did you do this? How was this? How was that? How was that? Because having someone as a support structure really helps. It helps an awful lot. Having someone as a mentor, it helps. So I really, really, really recommend that. The verse that I was told to write across my heart is Mark 11, verse 24. And it says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it shall be yours. And so, thank you for watching yet another video. If you are a returning subscriber, and if you're new to the channel, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, because I will continue to give you this lit content. We have been on a commercial break for quite some time, but we'll be back with some lit content. I'll be having a very hectic semester coming up just now. And yeah, but I'm still committed to YouTube. I'm still committed to giving you the best content. So I will do my best and try my best to make sure to keep giving you what you want. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your grandmother's toes. And if you want to see a video on a day in the life of a medical student, click on this video here and ER. Otherwise, stay happy and healthy. Peace!